Alright, welcome back to another quarter video. If you don't know me, if you're new to the channel, my name is Quarter or Carter. I just, I got that nickname at some point. But I just wanted to, showcase a little bit of all the films that I've done this year. I've done 10 of them. And it's my first full year on YouTube, January 3rd, I believe. Which is today, and I just wanted to share everything I've done and allow you to watch all of the videos instead of having to go back and watch each of them. You can just catch up in one full video, so you know what the next ones are. But in between the videos I'll be talking momentarily about maybe my inspiration or why I did certain things, and I just wanted to sort of see how I've improved over the year as a cinematographer, as a storyteller. These are things that I'm always wanting to try and improve in myself, but it's kind of hard to notice until you see the drastic change from your very first video to your most recent. So hopefully this will also give me a bit of motivation to keep moving forward. It's funny because I'm nervous to record my guitar, and I've been playing for 6 years. It's how am I going to play in front of a stage one day?
No more? Second? Oh. Okay.
So this is about 5 years ago. I remember so bad that we wanted to be just famous YouTubers. But more than anything, I remember how we didn't care what we posted. We didn't care what people thought about it. It was so stupid, but it was so freeing in a way. And now whenever I want to try and make a video, I feel like I have to try as hard as I can to be confident enough to post it, and I sort of think about where things changed along the way.
Keep chewing, you gotta keep chewing. Keep chewing!
It's interesting.
Oh. You want the water? No, you don't do that.
Okay, so I'll be honest. After I made this intro, I had a complete block. I had no idea how I was going to continue this video. And then Wyatt called. Wyatt!
Shut the buzz, man.
I'm here with Wyatt Mason.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty well in this evening, Quarter.
So, you're graduating tomorrow.
I am. It's kind of hit me the last week because for the past probably 2 years, I've been like looking so forward, graduating, and I guess moving on. All the memories I've had doing films with everybody in the film club and just like the people I've met the last 2 semesters to be in particular have kind of just like hit me.
So this video is sort of about looking back on when you were a child. Did you have any like passions when you were a kid that you sort of wish you could go back to?
I guess like one of my earliest passions was like literally just making YouTube videos. I still make YouTube videos. I just don't make them as consistently as I want to. Like I've made them a lot more consistent and like now than I have in the past. But I would love to like actually get back into like wanting to make YouTube videos all the time. I just kind of feel like school took away that a little bit.
Do you ever like look back on your YouTube videos like from when you were younger? Are they still up?
I really never got to the uploading phase. Like I always loved just like making like an email that was like whateverproductions@gmail.com and like creating the YouTube channel and like do like everything, all the setup, create the name, all that crap, and then I would just like never have interesting content in my opinion to post. So I was like, I loved the thought of it. I just never like actually.
Boy. Corn. Only have a minute. Run. Run.
I sort of wanted to talk about where I wanted this video to go. I really have had a lot of fear when trying to produce YouTube videos, and I've probably made 3 or 4 in the past, and I just never get the confidence to upload them. I feel like I have enough courage now. I think I'll be okay if nobody watches it. I'd actually probably prefer it, because I'm not very proud of this video, unfortunately. But I know that to get more comfortable with uploading, I have to upload it. I have to finish it and I have to upload it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I know this wasn't the most entertaining video in the world, but it was a start for me, and I might not be proud of it, of what I've made, but I know I'll be proud of myself when I finish it, even if it's not the best in the world. I wanted to, before I close this off, I wanted to talk about this YouTube video I saw of these 2 rock climbers, and one of them, his name was Alex Honnold, and he is free soloed, you know, a 3,000 foot face. I'm totally blanking on it right now, but he was climbing somewhere else with a new climber who had never free soloed before without any ropes. He asked Alex, he was like, well, how do you do it? Like, how do you get into the mindset of climbing that with the knowledge that if you make one mistake, that's it? Like, how do you live with that? How do you get through it whenever you're up there? And he told him, when you're on the side of the face of the wall, you don't necessarily look up and you don't look down. You don't look at how much you have left, and you don't look at how far you've come. You just look at each hold one at a time and you think, that's a good hold, or that's a bad hold, or that's a good foot, a bad foot. And that's how you get through it. You just go one at a time, and you just be as patient as possible with it. You can compare that to our lives that we live. Each day, we shouldn't look forward into the future about what's to come, and we shouldn't look at our past and let it define us and how we've gotten to where we are now. I think ultimately we just need to enjoy where we're at, and I know it's cheesy, but we need to go one day at a time, and we need to appreciate it and say that's a good day, or that's a bad day. And we just need to keep moving, and I don't think there's any point in looking down or looking up at how hard it may be. I really did hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to give a huge shout out to Wyatt as well. He is sort of the reason this video is finished right now. Because of that interview, I almost had nowhere to go with it and I would have been stuck. So I really appreciate him for calling at the right time, I guess. But other than that, I hope to be making more YouTube videos in 2024. Thank you for watching. So in terms of my inspiration for my first few videos, there's a particular YouTuber that stands out that I was watching, I don't know, maybe a month before I uploaded my first video. And let's see if I can find this channel. Okay, yeah, so his name is Max Reisinger. And he's sort of a, I don't know, I guess you could call him a documentarian, kind of like I am in a way. He just tells really, really good stories and has pretty good video whenever he does it. And, you know, the first video I saw by him, it was called Making Friends in College is Harder Than I Thought. And it, like, when I watched this video, it just blew me away. I had to watch it like 4 or 5 times because it was just like, it was that good. And, I ended up just, you know, following that kind of lead whenever I was making my video. I wanted people to feel inspired by what I was saying. And, so these first 2 videos I ever created were sort of just, you know, following the lead of what he was making already.
Now it's just collecting dust in my closet.
Yeah.
I've actually found everything but my shoes. This past weekend I was looking for some other stuff in my house. And I found my harness, the ropes, the quick draw, all of it.
Oh yeah. That's all right. Try again. Give me a second. Yeah. How old do you think I wrote this?
What does it mean to fail? Is failure the same thing as when you don't succeed? Or is it different? We cross those lines more often than we should, and I think it inevitably hurts who we are as people. And I think it hurts our growth as well. When I think of lack of success, I think of posting a video and it not getting a lot of views. When I think of lack of success, I think of trying to learn a song and being stuck on one part for way too long. When I think of lack of success, I think of recording a day's worth of footage and it's all out of focus. I think those are great examples of not being successful, but I don't think that's failure. I think failure is something different. Okay, you ready?
Go right ahead.
Alright, so in as short or long of a response as you want to, what is your definition of failure?
Never trying. That's it.
It always feels weird being the first person in the office in the morning. It's just like, it's like when you go into school and nobody's there. If you're on like a weekend one day and like no one's there and you're like, what am I doing here? This doesn't feel right. It's kind of like that in the same way, because normally the office is just crazy. So all of my life I've really just had a bunch of hobbies. You know, I think I've just always been that way, where I love doing new things. I love just learning. That has a lot of benefits. It really does, because you learn a lot more about yourself and what you love to do. But it also comes with a lot of downsides as well, including failure, which is why whenever I tell you I have all these hobbies, I don't say it to brag, because you know, we all have certain amounts that we can handle, and that's completely fine. But I say it and I tell you that because I've failed so much in having these hobbies. Hopefully I can give information on what happens when that inevitably does happen, because you are bound to not succeed at first. But it's not always going to be that way. You just have to trust yourself a little bit. Get him. Today I'm going to be attempting the yellow route, which is graded at 512A. This is Gabe. Alright, let's do this, Mike.
I don't know. There's failing, and then there's this succeeding thing. So I almost think it's just as important to look at the success part side of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though it's a harder question to answer, success to me could be boiled down to you gave everything.
Right.
And as long as you can say that, then you can't say, you know, that you're a failure or that you're not a success.
Wait, so kind of what you're saying is, just because you didn't fail doesn't mean you succeeded.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. I think, yeah, exactly.
Alright, I'm so sorry that it's so blurry right now. Today has sort of been one of those just terrible days. I think we all have them every once in a while, just sort of nothing went right. I had been really getting good at climbing, and then and then I just couldn't climb anything. Like, I just wasn't doing good. And I went to play guitar and I couldn't really play on beat or like just anything like that. I was trying to do some editing and none of the editing went right, and I was trying to do work and none of the work went right, and I don't think it's necessarily failure. I think it's just one of those days where you need to take a break. Whenever I fail or whenever I just don't do good one day, I'm gonna show you what I do. For as long of a sentence as you want, what is your definition of failure?
Me, failure is not being able to accomplish anything. Really just internal, like just giving up on what your values are.
Okay, so it's really dark right now. But we were going to my favorite tree spot.
Yeah, just
Okay.
giving up on something that you really want, you try really hard to work toward.
Most failures, even if it's like terrible, you always did something successful.
Means finding a solution that didn't work.
If you don't execute your ideas to the fullest of your vision or what you imagine the finished product to look like, then you fail to my eyes.
What does it mean to fail?
Failing is when you give up completely.
All right, we're now in the tree. Hopefully you can see me enough. I really just wanted to say that failure is kind of just one of those things that is inevitable through life. We're all gonna go through it, and I think it's important to understand that, to accept that we're all gonna go through failure and that we all can grow from it. I think everybody has a whole lot to offer as people, and I think you just need to do what you love and don't ever be apologetic for it. That was better. There we go. Okay, yeah. So like I was saying, but this is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you really liked it. I am sort of learning more about myself as well, but you know, that's just how it goes. Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to everybody in the video. All the links for everybody I can find it can be down below. It's gonna be Instagram, YouTube's, things like that. Go give them all follows. They are wonderful people. All at Wolf Radio, and thanks to my dad as well. He helped me sort of move this video along. Other than that, I don't have else much to say. Just understand that failure happens and it's gonna lead to success. You just gotta keep trying. There's really not some big secret to not failing. It's just learning how to get up when you've fallen. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, I'm sure there's draws to hold still. Come on, pull hard. Stand up on your toe. Yes, there you go. Good. See, okay,
Oh, by the way, wait, one more thing. Okay, Wyatt sent me a video of something that he made, that we made together one day when it was like 20 degrees out, so here it is. I hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye. If you say the link right now.
Twitch.tv/who's Julian ____ fuck with your boy, fuck the free world.
It's a long name.
Borderline anarchist.
Okay. So oftentimes I just don't feel creative. I mean, this is basically all that I do whenever I'm not working or in school. I am creative, so it's kind of something that blocks my entire day, kind of ruins it. And I know a lot of people sort of get into the same, you know, pit whenever they are trying to do new things. So I figured I would help and sort of give my insight on the way of creativity, I guess, the factors of creativity. And so I sort of wanted to first explain that creativity, there's sort of two directions with any new art. Whenever you first start, there are two sections. The first section is, you know, 1 to 5 years of actually learning the skill and getting good at it. And you know, this is often like copying other people, learning how to do things. This is really important because it's how you know, get your mind used to what you're doing. And so copying is really important in the beginning whenever you're wanting to learn how to create. And then the second part of it, I'd say, is much longer and much more time consuming, much more challenging. And that's the creative aspect of it. That's creating your own thing. And so this is a lifelong journey after you take that 1 to 5 years to actually learn the skill or the art. So I wanted to talk a little bit about making that creative process for the rest of your life at least a little bit more understood, and maybe you'll get a thing or two out of it. So, yeah. Okay, so I think the first factor in creativity is making it your own. So whenever you start a new skill, trying to be creative with it, it's going to probably not sound the best. That's okay, that's a part of it, but you sort of have to realize that it's your own thing and it's never been created before. No one's ever seen it. It's completely and totally yours. So be proud of that fact. And I think that's a motivation to keep going, because you keep making things that no one else has ever made before. Number 2, accept boredom. For example, I'm recording this because I just got off work and I'm bored. I have this app on my phone. I can't tell you what it's called right now. I can't remember the name of it, but it basically blocks apps, so you can't use them except for like twice a day for a very small amount of time, like 10 minutes. And so it generally gets me off of my phone to where I'm thinking about other things. And oftentimes I do get bored because I can't just scroll on, you know, Instagram Reels or TikTok or whatever. Now look, I understand that we live in the 21st century, but sometimes the best thing you can have paper and pen, okay? Now, I know it's not exactly the best thing, but when you're bored, you can't look at your phone, paper and pen, looking at a blank sheet, it's the best way to be creative and get your ideas out. Number 3. Okay, so number 3. Don't take yourself too seriously. So this is something that I had to learn from my buddy Julian. He's a buddy I make music with at college. One of the biggest problems I often have is learning how to sing. Okay, so I've been trying for just about a year now, on and off, you know, sort of whenever I can get vocal exercises in. Like I said, I've been busy at college, so it's kind of hard to just keep consistent with it. Which, you know, it's my own fault, you make excuses. Either way. But I often take myself way too seriously with singing because I know I'm not good at it. And so I'm just like, I try and sing just a little, I'm like, oh, it doesn't sound good. I'm very harsh on myself. and so I don't really have a lot of fun with it. But that's sort of the point of why we're doing any of this anyways. We want to have fun with it, and we want to enjoy it. That's why we learn to do things like this. And so, when I say don't take yourself too seriously, I mean have fun with it. So whatever you're doing, just have fun with the act of it. So one day I was sitting down, just playing a little guitar. I learned a new Jack Johnson song, if you know who that is. And I started singing along to it, and I didn't really care how I sounded. I just thought it was a fun song, and I was like, I'm just gonna sing along to it. And who cares if I wasn't really on pitch or in tune, I was just living it up, and I was enjoying that moment of just being able to sing and really not worry about how I sound or how I feel about it. And so then after that, I sort of had a moment where I was wanting to learn to sing more and more again. I had just been in a slump with learning how to sing. I'm like, oh, I don't sound good. And then I had this moment where I don't really care how I sound. Well, now I've just been inspired to do so much more practice with singing because I am motivated again. Okay. Yes. Number 4, don't rely on inspiration, and I'll tell you why, okay? So inspiration is basically, it's fake. It's not a real thing. Inspiration doesn't necessarily exist. People think that's how people succeed in creative fields, is by just having inspiration all of a sudden. It's not how it works. You have to put in a lot of work like anything else. Any other skill, you have to learn how to do it, and you have to put a lot of time into it. So, don't rely on inspiration. Instead, get a notepad or whatever you use, start writing down ideas, putting your brain to work. It's a muscle like anything else. When you work out, you got to put it to work. So that's how you do it. Being creative does not rely on inspiration, which is a good thing because it means anybody can do it. Anybody can really learn that muscle and figure out how to do it. Number 4. All right. So the last thing I'm going to teach you is probably more important than every single thing else that I've told you today. And that's why I put it last. Because it's really not something that can be taught, and I think it'll take a long time before somebody even tries to implement it. Because it's really hard to do. It really is. So the last thing you need, put simply, courage. And then beyond anything else, courage is what got anybody where they are. Courage to do anything. And if you want to succeed at anything in life, you have to have a little bit of courage. There's not really a need for the fanciest equipment in the world. There isn't a need for the perfect time or the perfect place for it to be amazing. You just have to have a little courage in doing it. I think that's what people don't understand about anything in life. That is what's going to get you anywhere that you would ever want or need to be. I can guarantee you that. If you want to be happy, just have a little bit of courage. So after factors of creativity, it was still kind of that max effort of making videos, Max Reisinger, trying to be storyteller kind of thing. And I noticed that like, a lot of the big YouTubers, it's like the main aspect they had. It wasn't necessarily how good their camera quality was or how good their videos were. Of course, they were good, but they had a really, really good story whenever they were telling it. And so that's what I wanted to work on. And that's whenever I made my next video, Turning 20, which actually had a time crunch on it, so I didn't get it done how I wanted to in time. But I'd say that my main inspiration for this video is probably Casey Neistat. I'd actually, 2 years ago, I'd never heard of him. I literally started watching him this year, like whenever I first started my channel. And yeah, it kind of blew me away. I watched like all of his videos, and I took inspiration in the storytelling, and I think you'll see that pretty heavily in this video, Turning 20. So hope you enjoy. Today, I turned 20. Ever since I was a kid, my imagination always ran wild. I wanted to be a soldier, bowler, race car driver, wrestler, fisher. And of course,
Say hey. Look, say hey. Say hey.
cameraman.
Say, stop. Look, Carter. Say hey. Would you say hey? Say hey.
But the next thing you know, you're all grown up. Now, if you've ever been on TikTok or Instagram Reels, you've probably seen those guys that travel around the country and they record and make videos and, visit national parks, and it really seems like the dream. It seems like my dream in a way. And yet, it seems like most of the time that's what dreams are for everybody. They're nothing more than that. There was nothing to hold where we let it go. And those guys that you see, they managed to make it become a reality, and I'm sure it took a lot of courage for them to do that and leave their house and their families, but they did it, and to leave everything behind without the knowledge of anything good happening. Scene 1A. Scene 1A. Okay. So, I don't really know exactly why I'm out here, to be fair. I just sort of kind of feel lost and where I want to go and where I want to be in life. Turning 20, I feel like I have so much more left to do, and I haven't really started yet. It's up. There's a wasp around here, or a bee or something. But yeah, I feel like I have so much left that I want to do, and I haven't really had the chance to do it yet. And I know I'm only 20, but I feel like that moment is going to fly by so much quicker than I thought. I'm scared that I won't get to do those things for a very long time, and I want to start. I found a quote the other day that said that you'll spend so much time focusing on where you want to be that you'll never realize where you are. This place right here, this rock climbing place, is only about 45 minutes from where I live. I've already met so many great people, actually. I've probably met 5 or 6 people, and I've been here maybe an hour or so. And I'm just having a lot of fun, really enjoying it. I feel like I need to start embracing where I am more than the places that I want to be. And so I think that's sort of why I came out here today. There it is. Officially 20. I am going to sort of talk about the rest of the video. I wanted to get it out by my birthday, which is today. It is night, and so I have only, I don't know, an hour left to upload it. It's 10 o'clock now, but it's gonna take probably another hour to download it onto YouTube and everything and make sure it's all good. So I sort of just have to finish it like it is now. So I went to Sandrock and I had a great time. I remember wanting to go to Colorado so bad, and I finally did whenever I was, I guess, 18. It was last year, and I finally got to, and it didn't really feel like I wanted it to. It felt like there was still something missing in my life, and I didn't really know what, but it did feel like there was something. And it took me a really long time to realize it, but when I went out to Sandrock, I sort of found it. I sort of realized flying to Colorado, you don't have to go that far to find what you love and where you want to be in life. So I sort of, I realized that, and I know where I want to be. I think where I want to be is wherever I am right now. And, with friendships, and love, and experience, and peace, it's one of those things that you can only really appreciate where you're at. So, to answer the question of what does it mean to really turn 20, I think what it means is just to appreciate where you are and what you have. So, that's sort of the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm still working on the whole format that I want for all of my videos. It's taking a little bit of time, and I appreciate the people that are leaving comments and everything. Y'all are so sweet and generous, and I want you to know that I really am working to make these videos as good as possible. I know the sort of end of this video is kind of talking head kind of thing. It wasn't the most interesting, but I hope that I can start to produce better and better content as we go. You know, we'll just have to just keep sticking through and, you know, seeing tiny progress when it appears. I think a few more things I wanted to say. I have a SoundCloud. I don't make any money if you go follow. I don't care. I mean, I'm mainly telling you because if you like the music that I use, I know there's one song I use in this video that wasn't mine. It's Gregory Alan Isakov. But if you like all the other music, I usually post it onto that SoundCloud just so other people can hear it. You know, I don't really care about making money off of it or anything like that. I just want people to use it. So I'm giving you permission that any music on there you're allowed to use in other YouTube videos if you like it. So just go check it out. I'll leave a link for it in the description. You can do that. So I think that's about it for this video. I'm working on some new ideas right now. I'm taking summer classes right now, so I'm a little bit busy, but I'm gonna try my best to pump some stuff out for y'all. Maybe 2 other videos this summer, but this is the main one that I was on a time constraint for because it was my birthday. I wanted it uploaded on my birthday, but that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, have a good day, and happy birthday to me. Okay. Okay, so it's officially been 2 weeks since the last time I decided to go out for a run. It's already 9:30, so I really don't want to, but I guess we're doing it. Let's go. That door so much, it never locks like it's supposed to. Running today, I want to hope for like a 3 mile today, but I don't know if I really want to have like a pace to keep up with, especially because, I don't know, when you're getting back into it, you want to keep your legs really healthy. This is the turnaround. I'll be honest, it does not feel good at all. I'm so tired, but we're gonna keep pushing. I made it 2 miles. It's not ideal, but I'm happy at least I got out here and did the 2. It's better than just sitting at home. I think that went about as well as I expected it to. But it's time to get a shower, get ready for the day. Whenever I was recording the intro for this morning to get up and run and everything, I did this. That's not a turd. That's an empty toilet paper roll, so I gotta get that out. So, I just realized that looking at my YouTube channel, which is, here it is, beautiful YouTube channel, excluding this one because this one didn't turn out right, I've only posted 4 videos in 8 months. 8 whole months I've produced 4 videos, which, that's 1 video every 2 months.
Alright, Carter?
Yes, ma'am.
Window 2, thank you.
Thank you. Hey, how you doing? Thank you very much. You too. Okay, so real quick, I sort of wanted to talk about the 2 aspects of a business, whether that be your YouTube channel or really anything to do with that. It might even pertain to like any discipline in general, like going to the gym, for example. And that the 2 aspects are the quantity and the quality. So whenever you look at the quantity, it's, you know, how much are you producing? How often are you going to the gym? How often are you uploading to YouTube? How often are you playing guitar? How often are you doing this, you know? And then the quality is, of course, you know, how much effort are you putting into those sessions of training or those videos or those practice sessions. And they're both very important, and you really can't have one without the other. And I think it's important to learn how to balance the 2 for the maximum amount of growth. Whenever we talk about how you control these aspects, it's basically the time frame that you allow yourself to have whenever you are like doing it. So for example, if I give myself a month to make a video, I'm probably going to use the entire month and make it as good as possible, but that's only 1 video. But if I give myself 1 day, then I only have 1 day to produce the video. It's going to affect the quality probably dramatically, but you'll get more videos out. So it's important to learn how to balance these 2 things. And so I sort of wanted to talk with you about, you know, where my head's at and what I want to do to improve my quantity more than my quality. Because in the past 8 months, I have posted 4 videos. That's a video every 2 months, which is not very good. And so I want to try and improve that, and I want to try and get to 15 videos by the end of the year, which leaves me like 4 months left. It's not a whole lot of time considering my my pacing so far with this YouTube channel. My goal originally at the beginning of the year was 5 videos, but I want to raise it to 15 just to see if I can meet it. And so what I'm going to be doing is, for this month, every week I'm going to be posting a vlog. Just sort of something like this to, you know, progress my channel. And then also during the month, I'm going to post 1 very, very quality video that I've put a lot of time into. And I'm going to see if I can, you know, really become better at producing videos while also focusing on the quality. So I want to try and make the 2 as manageable as possible for me while also being, you know, a college student and also be, you know, about to work at a new job. There's a lot going on, so I want to find a really good balance for the 2. Where's Levi at? Hello. This is my coworker and my roommate Levi. Say hi. This is the first ever vlog.
First ever
on
vlog,
the YouTube channel.
That's what's up.
I'm not a vlogger by heart, but it's time. Are we ready? Is it time? Yeah. Let's go to the rock wall.
Dude, I literally have been on the Ingram Library website all day. I'm serious. Like, I've been literally on it all day trying to find what sources I need.
Life of a college student. All right, I'll meet you there at the wall.
Are we taping?
We're vlogging right now. We're so close to the camera.
This is Climbing Wall 2024, baby. Your favorite, everyone's favorite here. Today is a Wednesday, and it's this Trey, kind of a regular around here.
Yeah, he is. He is.
And
are you climbing today?
No, I gotta close seafood tonight.
You
on
do
some real
what?
shit. Close the seafood department.
Really?
At Publix.
What time?
At 5:15.
You gotta get on
I'm
the
so
wall.
glad you're doing this.
It's good.
That's one hell of a break. I've got yellow done, and it's good.
Fuck yeah. All right, I'll see you boys later. Bye. All right, so I just finished my shift at the rock wall. Got the crazy pump right now. But I just wanted to say I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's not like, I don't know, maybe it is the same as other videos I've posted, but it just doesn't feel the same to me. I didn't put the same amount of effort into it as I've done other videos, so I just hope to be posting more videos in the future and not necessarily focus on the quality of them, but still put in a good bit of effort. I'm just gonna go on home, grab a bite to eat, do some homework, and that'll be it. I hope you really enjoyed, and thank you for watching to the end if you made it all the way here. You may not know it, but it does mean a lot to me if, you know, I managed to keep you interested long enough to make it to this point in the video. I do take pride in my work and what I do, and so I'm really glad that you stayed to the end and watched. But yep, that'll be it. Hopefully I'll have a vlog out next week. We'll see how it goes. I don't really know if I like this format. I hope I can stick with it. I hope y'all like it. I hope I like it. I don't know. We're just gonna keep moving forward and hope for the best. So thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you later. Okay, so okay, so I'm home for the weekend, and I don't have anything to do, so I figured I would show you around Calhoun and all the very special things we have here. So let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna be pretty fair right now and say that Calhoun is probably the most boring town in the world. Let me explain. Okay, so you may not know this about Calhoun, but the population is 18,000. That may sound like a lot. Like if I had 18,000 subscribers, I'd be like, holy cow. But if you look at the population of Atlanta, the population of Atlanta is... So 2 years ago, the population of Atlanta was 500,000. Okay, but in the same way that Calhoun is so small, it still has something so special to it that I can't really describe unless I just show you. Are you excited to shop?
No, I'm not shopping. I'm buying a robe. There's a difference between going to the store with me and going to the store with somebody that's shopping.
So when I say Calhoun is boring, it technically isn't. I mean, I think it is because there's really nothing for people in high school to do. Like, there's no cool like places to go, places to hang out. I mean, I can only really think of one place that we hang out in the entirety of Calhoun. This is in small town Calhoun, Georgia. This is ridiculous. This is insane. Oh my God. I suddenly remember why I don't go to Buc-ee's anymore. That place is ridiculous. I don't know why there's so many people. It feels like all the 18,000 people that live in Calhoun decided to go to Buc-ee's at 3 o'clock on a Sunday. But I got the coffee though. Cameron, what's the most fun thing to do in Calhoun?
Go down there to River Yard, throw your rod in, wait for about 4 hours, not catch shit, and go home. It's peak performance in Calhoun, Georgia.
So one thing I didn't realize for a very long time is that even though we don't have a lot of like bars and hangout spots in Calhoun, one of the main things we do have is sort of a personality as a small town. This sort of just makes it feel cozy and warm, and just like for a lot of people here it's really hard to leave because it's just there's some atmosphere about it and the people around that makes it so special. So Disappointment is the next film, and it was probably my favorite on the list to make. I think that lies entirely in, the story and the ending in particular. So the main issue I had with all of my videos before this is the ending felt weak, and I don't know, it didn't leave me satisfied, and I feel like it didn't leave the viewer satisfied with how it ended. It kind of just, ended however. But I feel like this video, even though the clips aren't as good a quality necessarily, there's some good ones, but it was missing that spark in video. But I think the story is probably one of the best I did all year long, and I'm really proud of that fact. So I hope you enjoy. So within the past year, I have been getting a lot into rock climbing. That's whenever I discovered this rock called Misty. in Sand Rock, Alabama. It has made me realize that all these things that I knew about failure really meant nothing, and that probably what I know now, even, there's so much more to learn. So I just wanted to make this video about what I've learned from the Misty experience. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Many a road, you know, I've been walking on all of my days.
So if you wanted to think of Misty a little bit differently, like sort of visually on a map, because sometimes it's easier for me to do the same thing. Here it is. It's, in my opinion, divided into 5 different sections, right? And here's the 80-foot wall, so it's 80 foot in total. So the first part right here is the start. You sort of just go up to the left right here, and it's like really big, nice holds for you to grab onto, okay? This is like, this really just sets the entire mood for their route, and it's like, it's how you're gonna perform. So I don't really assume that you're gonna know exactly what the grading system is. Whenever I throw out all these like random numbers and letters and everything like that, it probably just sounds like gibberish. And that's the same way it was for me whenever I first started rock climbing. The grade is 510 BC, and the 5 represents the climbing aspect of it. So 1 would be walking on flat ground, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 5, which is considered climbing. So the next number after is the difficulty of the climb itself. So it ranges from 1 all the way up to 15. When the letters come in, which is about the 510 range, whenever you start considering that, you would say 510A, 510B, all the way up to 510D, and then you get to 511. So that's what the grading system is. So it's 510B/C. So it's really good to get into the intermediate section of climbing, and I think it's probably the most true to grade route at Sand Rock.
And my eyes confound me, and it's just too bright.
This feet
As the days
take out half foot. There you go. Oh my god. That's alright. Come on,
Yeah.
right.
Jiggle right there.
You're good.
2 moves.
Carter, inch that foot up. Inch that left foot up. Yeah, left foot up. No.
Come on.
That's alright.
No. Breathe. No. Fuck.
Oh.
Okay, test. So I believe that really July was, it was a learning opportunity more than anything. I didn't really know what I was going into with Misty. I tried it once before, and, you know, sometimes you just have to fail. Sometimes that's just a part of it. Especially with rock climbing, failing is just about all anybody does. It's falling and falling and falling. And July really showcased for me that that's what I was going to be doing.
Come on. Up, up, up. There it is. Get the foot. Oh no.
Fuck. God damn it.
Come on. No.
It's hard to wait around for something you know might never happen, but it's harder to give up when you know it's everything you want. here is the sleeper for tonight. It is pitch black. I just got everything set up. We're waking up at 4 a.m. to go run, and then it's time to send Misty. So let's do it. Good night, everybody. July also showed me there is tons of improvement to be made, and it just lit a fire that I can't really explain.
Yes. Yes, there you go. Good.
See, the first time I got on Misty that day, it didn't go well. And for some reason, I think that's why I sent Misty that day. You see, the first attempt, I would have gotten like halfway up the wall and I would have let the pressure get to me. I'd fall, and that would be it. I would be too tired for the day, but I felt early on, having everybody else watch you, it's sort of a defeating feeling to have lost. But in the same way, it's like, I have nothing to lose now, so I'm gonna give this everything that I've got. And I'd rather die than not get to the top of the route today. might notice something a little bit different about my production. And that's that I got a new camera. The shots you just saw were on my old ZV-1F. So this is like my first ever footage on my new camera, which I'm very excited about. I got the Sony ZV-E10. It's a little bit of a step up. You can actually interchange the lenses. Thank goodness. I've been stuck at 20 millimeters for so long now. So maybe the shot looks a little bit different than you're used to with my other videos. And normally I'm just super close. So I sort of made a little bit of a mistake when choosing my first lens. And I knew I wanted something wide that I could vlog with. But I made the mistake of choosing the wrong lens. So it's technically cropped. So I chose a 28 millimeter, which might have been wide enough, but then it cropped it to like almost 40. The camera right now is probably like 3 feet away from me. And like it just gets my face, you know? And like that's my arm length right there. That's as far as I can reach. So it's not gonna be ideal for vlogging for now until I get a new lens, but hopefully I'll have some more cinematic footage coming to you very, very soon, which might be a little bit of a change from what I normally have. It's something I've been wanting to do. I just never had the gear to truly do it. So I'm very excited to be sharing all this new footage with you. Okay, so now that I got all the boring stuff out of the way, let me show you what this camera can do. It feels like a whole lot to handle. Trying to balance every single part of my life and also trying to enjoy every moment that I get to live, because it seems like the constant effort and work is preventing me from being able to enjoy the moment. And lastly is the art of presence. This is the last video I did of the year. It is sort of a going back to that Max sort of era of YouTube, where I was wanting to tell an important story and make it feel emotional and really connect with it. And that's pretty much what I did. I got a new camera by this point, so you could probably tell a huge difference in the quality of my videos. It's kind of insane how much of a difference it makes, but it really does. And yeah, I'm very, very proud of this video. I put a lot of work into it. Probably the most out of any video, maybe. But this video is sort of like, I knew I was learning because there weren't sections that I ended up wanting to delete. I was like, and we'll keep them in there. And I sort of just, I was really thankful to see that and understand that, hey, I'm growing. I'm actually learning something. And I know it took until the very, very end of the year, my last video, to really see that, but it is true. So I hope you enjoy. when we think of presence, or at least when I do, I think of that scene from Secret Life of Walter Mitty, where he's about to take a picture of the snow leopard, and Walter Mitty says,
"When are you gonna take it?"
Sometimes I don't. If I like a moment, I mean me, personally, I don't like to have the distraction of the camera.
I think that scene just encapsulates what it really means to be present in our life. I want to sort of explore why exactly we aren't present like we maybe should be in our regular lives. I want to start by exploring the main source or assumed source of the problem, which is the phone. So for the next week, I will be dumbing down my screen time from roughly 6 hours a day, which is pretty bad. I want to get it down to 2 hours. I want to see what exactly changes whenever I lower my screen time. And I think that's one of the main aspects of being present, is sort of finding ways to handle that boredom with the world around you, rather than the things just automatically given to you. So going into this challenge, I thought that limiting my social media was going to be the answer. The first day, it really felt like I was making improvements. I started reading, started doing the things that, made me happy, playing guitar, getting stuff done, cleaning. It just felt good, and it felt really effective on day one. So today is day 2, I believe, of the challenge. Yesterday and today I've been reading this book called The Alchemist, which, let's see if it'll focus right there. But I wanted to talk, at least for a moment, about something I related to in a very weird way. And it goes like this. It's called the principle of favorability. When you play cards the first time, you are almost sure to win. Beginner's luck. Why is that? Because there is a force that wants you to realize your personal legend. It whets your appetite with a taste of success. And I've exposed myself to a lot of different, hobbies and, skills to learn. And I find it very interesting that quote only relates to one of them, which is actually my YouTube channel. The very first video I made is actually the most popular on my channel right now, with 1,000 views. I did this challenge to improve my mental health, maybe, but it was also to create a video for you to watch and to educate you and help you understand more about social media. But in doing so, it's led me to this book, which feels like it's teaching me a lot about what I'm meant to do in life. Is this what I'm supposed to do? So through the course of the challenge, I never really felt like I was giving it justice. I cut down all social media to 0 hours, 0 minutes. I wasn't on social media at all. And I thought that this would make me happy. I thought this was the answer. This is what I was meant to do. While I wasn't using social media or YouTube or anything like that, I was still using Netflix and Spotify and podcasts. You know, I was using those as ways of distracting myself from just silence, being quiet, you know. So I never really felt like I gave justice to the challenge, because if you added up all those podcast and Netflix hours, that I didn't really change my screen time at all. I just moved it to a different format. And so I had a lot of issues with this, and I thought about it. One of the most important things we can practice that is reasonable, is much more available for all of us, is having 1 hour of silence every single day. I mean, look at the average day that you have. How many minutes do you think you're doing absolutely nothing? I guarantee for most of you, it's, less than a minute. We are constantly in this world having to be distracted by sound or audio or something like that as a way to send dopamine to our brains so that, we feel happy about doing things that we originally wouldn't want to do at all.